Okay, class, we are going to draw the first shape, which is the Pentagon, 5 by 4 base, and then of course it goes up to a 45 to meet in the middle of this drawing. This is a drawing where it's number 1, the first drawing. What we're going to need for this one is we're going to need an architectural scale, one with inches, and the inches is indicated by this 16. We are going to need a set of triangles, a 30, 60, 90. This is to draw vertical lines. We're going to need a 45-degree triangle. This is for drawing the 45-degree angle that we'll see at the roof of this house. Of course, the number 2 pencil, standard T-square, and 4 pieces of tape. I want to make a quick note that, remember, the architectural scale is for measuring things. It is not for drawing lines on. You should draw lines only with the triangles and the T-square. First thing is page setup. Page setup. So we want to make sure that this page is aligned with the T-square and one edge of your drawing board. That way all your horizontal and vertical lines will be aligned with the drawing. So I make sure that my page is aligned with this T-square. I'm going to take one piece of tape and we're going to put it in the lower corner and the opposite corner. That'll kind of secure two-way movement. Okay, once I get those two down, you just got to make sure your page is smooth, and you're going to tape down all 4 corners. I like to really rub the tape into this so that the T-square does not catch on the paper. Next thing I want to do is I want to measure up ½ inch. This is going to be my lower border, so ½ inch up, and of course all horizontal lines are drawn with the T-square. I'm going to draw it dark. Now, this is a standard taping sheet of paper, or printer paper we call it, and it is 8½ inches by 11. So we want to divide this paper in half so we can draw the pentagon here, the hexagon here, and then we'll flip it over and draw the last shape, which is a square with a circle in it. So it being 11½ inches, to find the halfway mark, half of 11 is 5.5 inches. So we are going to mark the halfway point and draw up 5.5 inches.
This will essentially split the paper into 2 parts.
We are then going to go up another ½ inch, and this is where we're going to put the name of the drawing and your name. I like to use the bottom edge to draw my horizontal lines. The reason I like to do that is so that I can see this edge from this angle if I'm trying to lean over and see the top edge. So it's always good to put your name on everything, because you are stating who drew this. I am going to then draw a line. I am going to write a 1, put the word Pentagon, so we know. And then the last thing I'm going to do is put the scale. Scale is to let everyone know how big compared to the original or small is this drawing. So this one I'm putting a scale of 1 to 1, which means 1 inch equals an inch, 1 foot equals, it is the size that you're going to see on this paper is going to be the actual size of the drawing. Now, move this aside a little bit. We need to find the halfway part of this area because we need to find this point, which is halfway across the paper. So we know this is 5.5 inches. 5.5, 5.5, 11. Half of 5.5 is 2 3/4. So we are just going to come over here at the 2 3/4. Now, since we're already here, we know that if this is 5.5 and the whole thing is 5 inches, that means we can come over 1/4 of an inch here and 1/4 of an inch here, and that will give us the entire width of the Pentagon. So I am going to draw a faint line here all the way across. Then I'm going to take my 30, 60, 90. I'm going to make sure that I go at least 4 inches up. Draw a faint line on that first mark. I'm going to go as far up as I can with this middle line because that's going to be the tip of the Pentagon. And then I'm going to go up at least 4 inches on this side. I am going to measure up 4 inches on either side of these legs. And if my drawing is correct, then I should be able to draw a 45-degree angle from the 4-inch mark up to the middle. And when I do it from the 4-inch mark up to the middle here, it reaches right at that point. So there's the light drawing of it. Now we're going to darken in all the object lines. Remember, these are construction lines, which are light and thin. Object lines are thick and dark, and normally you would change pencil leads, go from a number 2 to, let's say, a number 1, which would be a really soft lead. But all I do is just draw a little harder. You can change line weights by either lead hardness. I'm changing these construction
lines into object lines just by changing the darkness.
Okay, so let's see if everything's here. We've got the 5 sides of the Pentagon drawn correctly. We've got our name, we've got the number and the name of the drawing, and then we've got our scale. We are good to go. This drawing